What's up, guys? Welcome to the Pasture Kitchen. I'm still working on the intro. Anyways, today I'm going to be cooking some spicy sweet potato curry. Someone from work actually shared the recipe with me from a magazine. I'm not going to really be talking so much about what I'm cooking, as it's not my own recipe, and I'm just, I don't want to steal someone's intellectual property. What I will talk about, though, are 3 reasons why you should consider eating either a whole foods plant-based diet or lifestyle, or taking on that lifestyle. And then if that's not quite for you, maybe just trying to convince you to eat more plants in general. So yeah, let's go. I'm gonna start chopping up. I will say these bags of tofu are a total pain in the butt to open. A little tip on your tofu, if you use it, sometimes it's nice to compress it down so it just gets a little bit more firm when you cook it. It kind of can crisp up a little bit more. These things happen. Okay, so everything is cut up and ready to be cooked. Potatoes are going to be brought to a boil. I'll start making the curry with the garlic and onions and everything here shortly. But in the meantime, I wanted to cover the first of the 3 different reasons that I think are undeniably in favor of a plant-based diet, or a plant-heavy diet anyways. So first is going to be, it's going to help you eat humanely. What does that mean? Eating humanely is eating for the benefit of all living things on the planet. So the less meat that we consume, the less animals that have to suffer in confinement, in slaughterhouses. You get the drift. I know as a kid, for me, my dad and I used to go hunting. Well, I learned as an adult that we never actually went hunting. He took an unloaded gun with us to go outside and just enjoy the wilderness. I've never enjoyed hunting. I don't like killing things, but I always ate meat because it was out of sight, out of mind. There are all kinds of things you can go look up on the internet if you want to see how animals are treated. I don't like watching that stuff. I'm kind of queasy, so if you watch just small snippets, it's more than enough to convince you that eating less meat is probably not a bad idea. So that's reason 1. Super excited to show you guys this. It doesn't always turn out exactly how I plan. Sometimes it's really, really good. Sometimes it's just good. This is one of the first plant-based meals that I really cooked and was able to share with others. So yeah, it's kind of got a special place in my heart, very near and dear to me. Sometimes you have to fish out onion peel. Novice. Reason 2 that you should eat a whole foods plant-based diet, or a plant-heavy diet, or a planet diet is for the betterment of the planet. So the health of this world that we live in kind of depends on us to start eating more plants and eating less meat. In fact, there was a study done by group called Eat Lancet. If you're not familiar, the Lancet is basically the oldest medical journal in the world, and they commissioned a study. I think it was 32, somewhere maybe 37 of the leading experts in all kinds of different fields from 16 different countries got together and did this study on what type of diet we're going to need to adopt to help kind of essentially meet the goals of the Paris Climate Accord and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Yeah, Sustainable Development Goals. Sorry, I thought I messed that up. I had to look back at my script. But so anyways, by the year 2050, essentially what we're going to have to do is double the amount of plants, so vegetables, legumes, fruits, and nuts that we consume, and eat 50% less red meat. In my opinion, if we ate even more plants and even less meat, it would be even better for the environment. But by the year 2050, we're going to have nearly 10 billion people to feed, and that's going to continue to require more and more land to farm. If we stop feeding all of the food that we produce to animals, which are sort of like the middleman, right? And we start eating that food ourselves, it's going to pay dividends. So we can vastly reduce the amount of cropland that we need by feeding less of it to animals. If we are eating less animals, there will be less livestock produced. Granted, this diet does not say that you have to stop eating meat altogether. So if a totally plant-based diet is not for you, while that is what I'll be cooking and stuff on this channel, on my page, don't worry, you don't have to totally forsake meat. Okay, so we're almost done here. We've covered the first two topics. So number one, just to reiterate, was whole food plant-based diet helps you eat humanely. Second of all, it can also help you eat for the betterment of the planet, for the health of the planet, and for the future of humanity. The third reason is almost undeniably in favor of a plant-based diet is that you can change your lifestyle right now. It puts the power back in your hands to take your health into your control. So I went through a lot of dietary changes, struggled with weight a lot as a kid, kind of hit stride in my teenage years, lost a lot of weight, started bodybuilding, working out a lot, and injured myself, injured my back, had a ruptured disc, had surgery. Eventually, I discovered that that was not the lifestyle that could provide longevity for me. I began doing yoga, decided I liked it so much that I wanted to share and start teaching yoga, which is what led me to adopt a vegetarian lifestyle. After that, kind of always knew in the back of my head that I wanted to adapt a plant-based or vegan diet because I felt that it was what was going to be best for the planet. If you know anything about me, for quite some time I've been pretty adamant that we are doing a lot more harm than we realize to the climate and to our ecosystem. So for a long time I struggled with my ability to kind of talk the talk in regards to climate if I wasn't walking the walk in regards to my diet, which is like the number one thing that you can do to kind of lower your carbon footprint and decrease your impact on a global scale. The other thing is it's good for you. So unhealthy diets pose a greater risk of morbidity and mortality than unsafe sex, alcohol, drug use, and tobacco use combined. Just think about that for a second. So I truly believe that switching to a plant-based diet has been one of the single best decisions that I've made in my life. I've lost weight. I don't necessarily feel weaker, or in fact, I feel healthier. I feel stronger in ways that I never have before. My endurance is much better. I just feel, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I think you have to try it to really know how it makes you feel, but I do know it makes me feel better about the impact that I'm leaving for people in the future, my eventual children or child, and people like my siblings. Alright, so just to recap, the 3 reasons that you should consider eating more plants or adapting a planet-based lifestyle. 1, to lessen the inhumane treatment of animals. 2, to do better for the planet. And 3, to do better for yourself. I'm going to show you here the curry that I've made. Pretty easy, pretty fun to make. If you are interested, just let me know. I'll share the recipe with you. Look at all those colors. Delicioso. Certainly doesn't look fancy like a lot of people's, but I can assure you it tastes delicious. So anyways, I appreciate it if you've stuck around this long. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.